Hello guys, welcome to my second video, and this is going to be all in one day if I get it out in one day. But instead from that, today we're talking about data types in Java. This is by me, of course, I suppose. What are data types? So there are two main types of data types in Java. Those are the primitive data types and the non-primitive data types. So what are primitive data types? These are the basic type of data. They're already available in the Java library. If you look at them, you can perform predefined operations on them, like mathematical operations and such and things like that. So some fun facts about the data types. A bit is the smallest storage or data on a computer. It can be a 0 or 1. 8 bits make a byte. Every character, number, symbol, and etc. are stored as bytes in computer memory. As you might notice here, this is binary. This is how the computer gets and translates stuff. So the first bit is a sign bit. 0 means negative, 1 means positive. When you save any value, say number 7 or an alphabet Z, the computer converts this value into bytes behind the scene. We do not see this happening. So here's some primitive data types in the numeric form. The byte is a signed integer and is mainly used to save memory. Its range is negative 128 to 127. Anything exceeding that range will not work. Here's an example of a byte. Byte B equals to 10. It can be any number. If you don't put any number there, you get the default value as 0. A short. What is a short? That contains a signed integer. Its memory size is 16 bits or 2 bytes, and the range is negative 32,768 to 32,767. An example is a short S equals 11. It can be any number. Default value is 0. And if you think that number is very long, there's even higher numbers. So now we're on the next one, the int. This contains a signed integer. Its memory size is 32 bits or 4 bytes, which is double the amount of a short. Its range is negative 2,147,483,648 to 2,147,483,647. You write it as int I equals to 3. If you don't put anything in the 3 spot, you get a 0. A float is mainly used to hold 6 to 7 decimal digits. Its memory size is 32 bits or 4 bytes. Its range from negative 3.40E38 to 3.04E38. You write floats as P equals to 30.3F. You can change the number, but this is where the different default value comes in. This time you have to put an F, otherwise it will not work and will not consider it as a float. So the default value is always going to be 0F. And you might be wondering why floats and doubles are so unique. That's because integers, shorts, bytes, longs, they cannot hold decimal digits. They can only hold natural numbers. So now that we're on the topic of longs, we know that it contains a signed integer. Its memory size is 64 bits or 8 bytes. Its range is negative 2 to the 63rd power to 2 to the 63rd power minus 1. You can write examples like this as L equals 23L and then semicolon. Doubles are written as double D equals to 43.7. These are usually used to hold 15 decimal digits. Its memory size is the same as a long, 64 bits or 8 bytes. And the range is from negative 1.7E-308 to 1.7E308. So these are the primitive data types that are non-numeric. The Boolean, which is just a true or false, the default value is going to be false. Its size is 1 bit, not that much. You write Booleans as a Boolean, B equals to true. Char is a Unicode character. Its default value is 0. If you want to know why why 0 looks like that, that's just in Unicode. It doesn't really concern that much as we only started. So the size is 16 bits or 2 bytes. The range is from 0 to 65,535. You write char as a C equals to A. What is a Unicode? Unicode is a character set that aims to define all characters and glyphs from all human languages, living and dead. Emojis like boy are also part of the set. For computers, a character is a letter, number, or punctuation mark that can be shown on a screen or printed. There are also some unseen characters called control characters. For references on how to learn these, I will put the links in the description, and you can look at how to see what they all are. So, what are the non-primitive data types? These are complex objects. They can have many properties. They can be null or an empty object. These are defined by the developer in the application. Operations also need to be defined by developers. They're also predefined Java objects. Some examples are array, string, enum, list, set, user-created data types, class. A simple example of this is a car object. A car can have many properties like wheel, color, number of passengers allowed, and things like that. So, I think this will end off this video right here. I'll talk more about this in the next video. Please, if you learned something new, subscribe, like the video, and our goal is 40 subs, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.